To address the skills gap, some of the plants we've been opening, one in particular would be in Charlotte, North Carolina. We built a large gas turbine manufacturing plant, had to add about 1,000 jobs. We interviewed thousands of people, basically found very few, less than 50 people that were actually qualified to work on the production line. We were a year and a half ahead of building the plant, so we started a program with the local community college. We actually had to fly professors from the school over to Germany to be trained. We had to help them develop a curriculum. Basically, people weren't doing a lot around gas plant, turbine engineering, and manufacturing in this country anymore. There was some of it going on, but not a lot in those regions. But once we got those people trained, the thing we then had to do was we set up an apprentice program, much modified off of what we do in Germany. In Germany, at any one time, Siemens has about 10,000 apprentice employees. Basically, you hire them out of high school, you pay them while they work, they go to school half-time, they work in plants half-time, and then to begin their career, they have a skill, they have a degree, they have a paying job, and then they can go on from there in their career. That's kind of fallen apart in the U.S., the whole vocational training. So we've set up a couple of these apprentice programs, the one in Charlotte with the Central Piedmont Community College. And I think the interesting story is at first, we had a lot of trouble with parents and school administrators convincing them that this was a really good career. But once they understood that, you know, your son or daughter is going to start getting paid the minute they graduate from high school, they're going to get a 2-year degree, and this is for production in a manufacturing plant called mechatronics. You're going to get a certificate from the state of North Carolina that's transferable to other states, and the starting job after 3 years is $55,000 a year. Here's the interesting fact. The average liberal arts degree after 4 years in this country is under $40,000 a year. These jobs, 3 years, I have no debt. The average liberal arts graduate has $20,000 in debt. So you have no debt, you have a skill, you have a job, it's the beginning of your career, you can always go back to school and go on from there, and you're making $55,000 a year. These are the jobs in this country right now where I talk to CEOs across many different sectors are finding people who have those skills. Even in the healthcare, in IT, manufacturing, and all these areas, people are having trouble finding those jobs. So we're trying to expand. I'm actually working on the President's Council for Advanced Manufacturing, and we're putting together an apprentice program like this. I think President Obama and Vice President Biden spoke about it a couple weeks ago, and we're working with other large companies and mid-sized companies to help set up some of these programs.
I just wanted to applaud that effort because that's particularly for small businesses. I talk to small businesses and they say, I don't need a CPA, I need a bookkeeper. You know, I need somebody that can come in and start addressing my books right away, and then I can watch them, help them, support them, continue their education, and then they become a senior bookkeeper as my company is growing. And then they finally become, you know, an accountant and a CPA eventually. And so that layering of education, so that we recognize those credits and allow them to layer their education, serves corporations in the long run, but also serves small businesses along the way. So thank you, I applaud that effort.